Hey guys, how's it going? Happy, what is this, Tuesday, if you're doing distance learning during the coronavirus. I hope you guys are staying separated. I know at this point it's definitely getting hard. It's getting hard for me as well. At this point in time, I'm recording this on Friday night, the Friday before week 3. And at this point, I might see you this time next week. So that's exciting. I don't know if that's going to change, but as of right now, it hasn't. By the time you're watching this, it might have. I don't know. All right, so today we're talking about waves and we're talking about how surface waves form. So, what better than to play a clip of apparently the world's biggest wave ever surfed? All right, I don't know if you can hear the audio on this, but if not, it's just a bunch of water. There he goes. Now, at this point, the wave has not broken at this point. But as soon as the top of the water moves faster than the bottom of the water, we start to see this crash or break. And when that break occurs, ooh, that would be so scary. When that break occurs, we call it a breaker. That's a quiz question, by the way. Oh, does he make it out? Yes, he does. Woo! Man, that would be exhilarating. Oops. All right. So, again, whenever we see the top of the water move faster than the bottom of the water here, and we get this crash going, this where we see some white water over here, that is called a breaker. All right. So, let's go ahead and X out of that and get to our slides of the day. We only are focusing on one slide, and that is surface waves. So I just kind of showed you a dynamic of a surface wave whenever it hits the shore. But we have to talk about how they're even formed. Like, why do we even have waves? And you've probably experienced waves if you have been on a lake, or if you have created waves in your pool, or maybe seen the waves in your pool. And of course, if you've been to the ocean, there is always some level of waves. And so, waves are actually just caused because of wind. What happens is the friction from the wind drags across the water's surface, causing it to ripple. And eventually, those ripples, if there's enough wind, enough speed, and enough distance that the wind is traveling, those waves are going to get bigger. So, the things that affect size of the waves is the wind. Okay, I want you to think about, and this is kind of difficult, but if you, okay, I am recording. If you have ever seen your pool or a pool right before it storms, you can see the waves in the pool pick up right away. And that's also because the wind has picked up. So, since the wind picks up, you're going to see more waves in the pool or in the lake, wherever you are where there's a storm coming in. So the wind speed, the faster the wind is blowing, the bigger, the more ripples that the water is going to create, and then the bigger the wave is going to be. Also, the time. If the wind is blowing for a very long time, or very long wind blows, like the distance of the wind is really long, then we're going to get larger waves. So some of the largest wind-driven waves are actually from the Southern Ocean. Since Antarctica is very windy, we see um, a lot of our larger waves near there. All right, that was a pretty simple day, but this is important because tomorrow we're going to be talking about how surface waves eventually create surface currents, which is going to finally get into how does this affect the weather that we experience. So we're now starting to get into, okay, how does this affect me? Why do I care about this? And and you can kind of start seeing why California's coast or the West Coast is going to have a different climate than the East Coast, like Florida, the Carolinas, um, New York, and all those East Coast states, why there's such a different climate for both of those areas. And we're going to be able to see that because we've learned about surface waves and getting into those surface currents. So I will talk with you tomorrow. Oh, and real quick, while I have a couple of minutes, I don't know where I'm at right now. I wanted to just bring your attention to Wednesday. So, Wednesday, you have an Ed puzzle. Okay, so after you take the surface waves form, you have an Ed puzzle tomorrow. What that basically is, it's going to be a link on your Google Classroom, and you are going to click on it. And from your Google Classroom, and it's going to ask you questions throughout the video. It automatically records it, so I see how much time you spent on the video, and I see if you got the questions correct or incorrect. So go ahead and try that out, but if you're having any issues, please don't hesitate to contact me. All right, I am actually going to talk with you guys on Thursday. So have a good week so far. Bye.